What's going on, man? The camera is out. The Razor camera has, I don't know what it is.
At Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good
technical
crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go.
Dysfunctions. So
today we've got an interesting
until I get that handled,
matchup on tap.
y'all will just be hearing my voice. But I'm still here, Duke Man Gaming. Same shit. I will be back with the camera. I can see what's going on. Thank you for tuning in. Right here, week 11 of this Sim League. Man, I told her to give me an orange.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in week 11 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. You look at this Bears defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Lions at 3-6 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. Oh, his first
good shit, baby.
Going to be intercepted.
Good shit, baby. Good shit.
And the Bears are going to get
that's how you turn out right there, baby. Good shit.
The opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game, and I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he's across the 40.
I'll show you how you do that stretch play.
43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'll show you how you do that stretch.
Now Fields. He's going to look deep for more. This is
good shit, baby.
Inside the 15. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run here with Herbert.
Ooh, come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between
good
run
shit,
and pass.
Good shit.
But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Johnson will score.
Good shit,
Touchdown, Chicago.
That's a rookie right there, dog. That's a motherfucking rookie.
Mistakes. Here they
Good
force
shit.
the turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The boy see me coming down there hauling ass. He said, fuck that.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is. And
Come on, bro. What you
game.
doing?
But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gibbs straight ahead. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Bears, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
3rd and 9 here. Goff now to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. Looking deep here for Mooney. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. You look at this Bears defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards on a guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. Touchdown, Bears! Chase Claypool, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just
and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 75 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down, they go back to Herbert. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Flushed out right. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And that's going to be incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 59 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. On 1st down, right back to Herbert. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. 1 play, 1 pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, You could do worse than a 4-yard.
And now the rookie's free. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Another run for Gibbs here. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
3rd down and 6. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Patterson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Fields. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. Tyree Wilson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Play action. It's Fields. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give him credit.
I tried to go for the best, though.
It's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Chicago brings out Trenton Gill. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. He'll get this down to the 38.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd down and 6 now. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Play action. It's Goff. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Off play action, Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Fields. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Now Landry. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break here. Goff going deep for Montgomery. Yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Bears are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
Just gave me some more momentum. Yes, sir.
And we welcome
I'll
you
take
back
that momentum
now.
with me.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. Herbert once more.
That boy is toting that motherfucker, dog.
Before he's brought down. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Herbert powering up the middle. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Fields. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Tyree Wilson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Gonna need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Landry now on the return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Powerful running. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
You got it fast as fuck.
Across the 35.
I ain't never seen that.
11 yards for number 11.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, here's Gibbs. Taken down at the 42.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Open man right side is St. Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Goff. That is caught. Room to maneuver at the 35. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Goff going to shift him around. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Gibbs. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Back to throw, Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bears are going to get the football back. His time will run out in his 3rd quarter play.
This shit is funny.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Fields going to get that outline to Mooney. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. Now it's Fields.
Damn.
That is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The object there was to get the ball to him on a quick slant, see if he could get loose and take one the distance. But the defense was prepared, and incompletion results.
The Bears on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Here's Fields. That pass complete to Moore. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Fields throw complete there to Moore. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Fields throwing again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Lions are right back in this football game. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's airing it out for
what was that?
He's got it inside the 10.
Bro.
Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Man, I hate when Madden do shit like that. I'm clicking on him.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here.
Man, weak ass shit, dog.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. There he goes, left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, here's Fields. This one completes a Tunyon underneath. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
Here's a give to Herbert, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 8. They'll go again with Herbert. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 37. 120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made by Marcus Golden. Every yard they gain getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Herbert. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Herbert.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Lions 17. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Goff. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You could run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Here now, 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And got his man complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 75 yards. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get that underneath to Herbert. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the